questions. First, who's your favorite Jackson? Mine's Your Majesty. And second, why is the FBI such a hater?
This FBI memo claiming a new movement of black identity extremists have fueled a rise in violent and aggressive behavior toward police officers.
Their idea of black identity extremists means Black Lives Matter.
Whoa, black identity extremists means Black Lives Matter? The FBI is out here jumping to conclusions like Drew Hill in the Tell Me video. But how did this even happen? I mean, you know what? Let's make like a Fashion Nova model and look back at it. First, this is the definition of Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter is both a movement and it's a network of organizations around the country that are working to empower black folks to fight for justice and fairness.
You know, justice and fairness, like not being killed while unarmed. It's crazy that Black Lives Matter has gone from that to being labeled extremist. I haven't seen a transformation this savage since Sammy Sosa started getting bleach facials. But there is a source we can point the finger at, preferably the middle one.
Black Lives Matter is so incendiary and so outrageous that every rational American should be outraged.
This is a movement that promotes the execution of police officers.
They're a hate group.
See? Since day one, Fox News has been trolling Black Lives Matter, and it's bad. Like Tyrese's spelling bad. And to make their point, Fox News got their one black friend to drag Black Lives Matter.
They're purveyors of hate. It is a hateful, violent ideology. It has to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Wiped off the face of the earth? How about you worry about wiping off some of those bracelets from your arm, homie? You got more bracelets than badges. Now, another Fox News tactic is playing the same unflattering clip over and over.
Pigs in a blanket, frying like bacon.
Chanting, you know, pigs in a blanket, frying like bacon.
Pigs in a blanket, frying like bacon.
I've played this many times on my program.
Yeah, we know. You've played that so many times on a loop, it feels like we're watching it on Vine. Or in this case, Noose. And what's worse is that those chants, like my friendship with Beyonce, aren't even legitimate.
The reason why they have to play the same couple of clips over and over again is because after thousands and thousands and thousands of protests, all they have is the same couple of clips.
Yep. Those people might have been Black Lives Matter, or they might have just stole a Waffle House sign because they were out of bacon, and that's why they were chanting. Now, Fox News' misinformation is why BLM is getting BL-aimed for everything these days.
A federal lawsuit accuses the movement of inciting violence.
I'm being sued, had 3 federal lawsuits against me.
Yep, and when they're not suing, they're spying. When it comes to Black Lives Matter surveillance, Mother Jones has more receipts than your mom's purse. But there is hope. Activists are using the law to snatch the FBI balder than Amber Rose after a lineup.
Color of Change filed a Freedom of Information Act request, really to find out from the FBI how they had been monitoring and surveilling black organizations and activists.
Good. But that wouldn't be necessary if Fox News hadn't been reaching and calling Black Lives Matter a hate group, which it's not, by the way. Hit him with the definition.
The SPLC defines a hate group as an organization with beliefs that attack an entire group of people within the U.S.
An organization that attacks an entire group of people? I mean, by that logic, Instagram is a hate group against the unattractive. But more importantly, by that standard, Fox News qualifies as one too.
The violent aspects of Black Lives Matter ought to be called out.
The unintended consequences of the Black Lives Matter movement is a rise in murder.
And the intended consequence of your false and inflammatory rhetoric is a rise in the sale of tiki torches. Now, it's clear that the FBI has been letting TV dictate its policies, so maybe it's time for them to change the channel.
Black Lives Matter movement is being hailed as a champion of peace and is slated to receive this year's Sydney Peace Prize in Australia.
Way to go, Aussies! Now let's throw some shrimp and grits on the Barbie. We'll be right back.